What's up, everybody? It's your boy Plays here, and I'm back with some more reaction videos for you guys. So here we're checking out Rich Tomorrow, previously reviewed Tech USA, reacting to the Nintendo Switch 2 hype is all but dead. This is so true, especially for me because I have a PC handheld. The Steam Deck, I've shown it multiple times in previous videos. Look at my skin, a cyberpunk skin, looks nice. And that gives me the ability to play so many games. Granted, you know, SteamOS has the anti-cheat issue, but then the Xbox Ally X is coming up soon, and that will be able to play anything. So I have no interest in the Switch 2 anymore, at least not outside of Nintendo exclusives. I'm rambling a bit much, so before we get into it, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all of that good stuff. Follow my socials, TikTok, Instagram, and Discord. They'll be in the description so I can get more likes, comments, share, subscriptions, money code, fame, success, and I can stop being a bum. Get into it.
It's getting real strange in here, Bird. It's starting to smell weird in here.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
Hey everyone, put some sauce on those zingers and make sure you check out.
I'd kill for a KFC zinger right now.
Tech 25 ASMR, link below in the description. I'm going to have a new video posted this week of the SteamOS version of the Lenovo Legion Go S. It's going to be kind of a review. So even if you hate ASMR, you'll still love my smooth voice and you'll love my almost review of the Lenovo
stop picking my nose on camera.
That was a real long shameless plug and I probably annoyed a bunch of you, but that's fine. That's what I'm here to do. So the Nintendo Switch 2 hype has decreased significantly, and so have sales numbers. They've gone down. There is much less demand for the Switch 2 than when it initially launched, but we'll talk about that later. First, we're going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 7 not coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Here we go back to the port begging again. I didn't miss these days at all. I didn't.
Yeah, reminds me of 2017, 2018, when I would beg for them to put games on the Switch. They still haven't put GTA 5 on Switch. We don't need that shit anymore, though. We're in a new age. We have Xbox Ally, we have ROG Ally, we have Steam Deck, we have MSI Claw. I don't remember what the Intel one is called.
Didn't miss them. Anyway, this comes from IGN.com. So Call of Duty
There's so many PC
looks like it's going to skip the Switch 2 at launch, despite Microsoft having a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms. Remember when they were trying to buy Activision Blizzard and they had legal troubles doing it, and they're like, oh, hey, we're going to bring every single game that under Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, to all the platforms. Don't worry. We're just saying this right now because we want the acquisition to go through, and we don't
also, what is this wallpaper?
Really care. We're just saying that so we don't seem like we're going to be making a monopoly. But surprise, we are. We didn't really care.
That's crazy.
Anyway, continuing on. Now, like I was mentioning before, in 2023, as part of its push to get the Activision Blizzard acquisition cleared through the courts, Microsoft promised, quote unquote, to release future Call of Duty games with full feature and content parity on Nintendo platforms on the same day as Xbox.
Yes, I remember that. I remember because I used to watch Nintendo Switch news non-stop.
Same day.
I remember.
How's that looking? So Black Ops 7 may come to the Switch 2 eventually, but what happens in the same day having parity with the other platforms on Nintendo's platforms? What happened to that? Oh, you don't care anymore, you lied. Now, according to a leak, Black Ops 7 is slated to release November 14th, 2025 on current-gen consoles, PC, and the Xbox One and PS4. No, I'm not kidding. Oh, God. Now, I know that there's a big portion of players that are still on the PS4 and have not taken the leap into current-gen.
Myself included.
We're now 5 years. We're going to be 5 years into this generation.
That's my fault,
around the time that Call of Duty.
I bought my PS4 like a year into the PS5 generation. I bought it December 2021.
Black Ops 7 releases.
Yeah.
It's almost time for the 10th gen consoles. As weird as that is, I feel like this generation didn't even exist. And we're
Very
still
strange. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. It felt like,
making games
you know what, let's
for
just
the
continue.
8th gen consoles. Stop it. Stop. So again, it's coming to all the platforms.
Financially, though, they can't ignore it because there's just so many people still on PS4. They can't ignore it
Except the
financially.
Switch 2. I'm sure Microsoft and Activision have had development kits for a very long time for the Switch 2. What happened? What the hell happened? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that Microsoft is concerned about the sales of the Switch 2, but like I mentioned earlier in this video, it seems the hype for the Switch 2 is all but dead, and that's not good. And then after I saw these articles, I actually looked at a few stores around me. Anyway, this comes from technetbooks.com. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss. The big push for the Switch 2 seems to be dying out fast, taken over by worries about slow sales, less interest from buyers, and a bad run of support from other game makers, meaning that third-party sales for the Switch 2 were abysmal. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the games that you could get on the Switch 2, you could have gotten on other platforms for years. But it's still, I'm sure third-party devs were like, oh, yeah, if we're going to invest time in Nintendo's platform, we need to see a return, and this is concerning. Signs tell us demand is way down. Even though Japan's sales data is late due to a holiday, the last numbers show the worst week for the console. It's getting easier now to find a Switch 2 in Japan and in the States, a change also seen in the US since mid-July. So after I saw this news about the Switch 2, I'm like, what am I?
I think the only thing interesting on it now is Donkey Kong Bonanza. That game looks
Look around
great.
at a couple stores and see if I could find a Switch 2, because that will be indicative. If I could find one, no problem, this early in the life of the console, that says something. So let me look around and see if I could pick up a Switch 2 and do it with no effort. And the bad news was I was easily able to do it. I could find a Switch 2, no problem. This time in the Switch's life, the original Switch, I looked into this too. It was tough to find that console for quite a long time. Switch 2 is readily available. And yeah, here we go. Walmart, I could get one shipped to me by August 19th. As of me recording this video, it is August 17th. 2 days. Same with Best Buy. If I wanted to get the Mario Kart World Bundle, it's ready to go. I could get it shipped to me by August 19th. But wait, there's more. This is now Target. I could actually drive to a mall near me and pick up one right now if I.
Only 3 left. That's not that bad. There's some interest, some demand.
Recording the video, they're closed right now, but you get the point. You could find the Switch 2 everywhere. It's almost like people are like, all right, cool, Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, now what? And they don't have to buy it hoping that games will come to the Switch 2. There are other options out there to play AAA third-party games, like there wasn't when the original Switch came out. So the hype for the Switch, let's just get into it. I'm not even going to do some kind of transition. The Switch, when it first came out, I don't care that the Steam Deck only sold around 4 million units. There's still a valid point I have to make here, okay? When the Switch first came out, there was nothing else like it. There was nothing else that, yes, it was still underpowered compared to the PS4 and Xbox One, that was in the same ballpark of performance that's tablet size that you could have AAA games be ported to.
Portable.
I remember when they said that Doom 2016 was coming to the Switch, and I was like, how the hell are they even doing? What sorcery are they doing that with? And then it was a good port, and there was nothing else in the market. GPD wasn't making anything like that. I remember GPD sent me out their first
not yet
console like mini PC. It had a 4-core Atom processor in it, and it barely could play solitaire. But times have changed. And for people who may have purchased a Switch or Switch 2 because of the fact that they could get those third-party games to play, now have other options. They have plenty of other ways to play
So
it,
many.
and they don't have to port bag. If you have a Windows-based Asus handheld, you could play Call of Duty Black Ops 7 on there.
Xbox
And it
Ally.
will run pretty decent. Trust me, I know. So with the Switch 2, you go into port begging
No more
mode.
port begging.
If the developers aren't going to make a game for the Switch 2, it's just not.
Because if it's coming out, best believe there's going to be a Windows version. It's not necessarily that. That's not necessarily the
not
case
gonna
for
come to the
Switch 2,
Switch
though.
2. Whereas with those other consoles that I mentioned, so long as the hardware, whether it be a GPD Win, ROG Ally, Steam Deck, yada, 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 so long as it's capable of playing it and the hardware is powerful enough, I'm sorry.
What did he do to the
The
chicken?
hardware is powerful enough, you could play whatever the hell you want to. Obviously, minus first-party games from Nintendo. But if you're mostly a third
And even then, you can sail the high seas, and you know what? You know where I'm going
party
with that.
person like I am, the appeal of the Switch 2 just really isn't there. Then you tie in the fact that you're not gaining any battery life compared to the x86 handhelds, and it's like, for me anyway, what the hell's the point?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in Nintendo for the battery. 'Cause the size of the battery in it is really tiny. 19 watt hours. That's the lowest handhelds nowadays are 40 PC handhelds, and I noticed a lot of them are starting to go beyond that. They're doing at least 50 or 60 now, and as high as 80. So
Yeah, Donkey
Nintendo
Kong
fumbled
Bonanza
with
is
that.
fun, but it's not $450 buying a console worth of fun. I'm just saying. Now, do I think that the Switch 2 is going to be a failure? No. But I think it's going to have a rocky start. And like I always said, where there was the DS sales numbers, there was the 3DS, which was still successful, but not as successful as the DS line. I have a feeling the Switch 2 is going to do 3DS numbers, while the original Switch was the equivalent of the DS. I think that analogy makes sense. This is Rich Tomorrow, signing out. Check out my ASMR channel, link below in the description. New video coming soon. And subscribe here. I have a live stream going on this Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where we're doing very strange live stream going on this Monday at 4:30
me see that again.
p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where we're doing very strange things and staring at strange men. Another bunch of shameless
I can tell
plugs right
based
there.
on the thumbnail.
Rich Tomorrow live stream here 4:30 p.m. Sub Detect 25 ASMR. I'm out, and so is the bird.
Alright, let me see the comments real quick. The hype of the entire blah blah blah. Yeah, it is. Nintendo treats its customers and the price. ASMR, I do love when Rich reviews tech in the USA. I keep forgetting to switch to read exist until I see another YouTube video like this. Maybe Nintendo should stop breaking consoles for playing used games. I remember that. Some people got banned undeservedly. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys. See y'all in the next one. Goodbye.